World-1.net. The Simpsons game, Bart vs. the World. It's an Acclaim game. I'm scared. Acclaim sucked in the NES era. They
didn't have very many killers. They were okay.
All they had was NBA Jam.
Yeah, but that wasn't NES.
No, that was the 16-bit
That
era.
was Super. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Because they got Flying Edge and Iguana and Sculptured Software doing their killer apps.
Yeah. So yeah, basically the story of this game is Mr. Burns is holding an art contest that he's running through Krusty the Clown's show. Bart wins the contest with his awful drawing of Krusty the Clown. That's the drawing that he wins with.
That's a good drawing.
And then Mr. Burns explains that the only reason why he picked Bart's thing is because he hates the Simpsons. He wants to like wipe them off the face of the earth.
Who doesn't?
So the first stop is in China.
Fox Network,
So basically, if anyone's ever played Bart vs. the Space Mutants, it's the same controls, where A is jump. If you hold A, you run, and B is to throw your tomatoes or whatever the hell thing you can throw.
And you don't have you have infinite?
No, right now I have 0.
Why'd you pass up Jebediah Springfield over there?
It's invincibility, but the end of the level's right there.
Gotcha.
See, this is just like quick little Simpsons trivia.
MSG.
No, it's care, but I accidentally hit the top one because I was hitting the button. That was my bad. But I'm gonna run through the mini games on my own because there's 5 mini games, and the practice mode that's seen in the beginning, you just play the mini games.
Okay.
So I'm gonna run through that on my own to just explain what's going on with each game.
I've got to go ahead and
for this one. Kind of stop talking.
Yeah, it's like cutting in and out.
Yeah. No, I was going to say we have to, at some point, do the Simpsons game that I could never beat, because I've got to see what that game looks like in color.
Yeah, that's definitely on my radar. I'm going to do that one soon.
Which one was that?
Bart vs. Space Mutants.
Space Mutants.
Oh, the first one. Okay.
Yeah, because he had black and white. He had the color, everything.
Oh yeah, that's an old story. Wow, we're going back.
Yeah, but I've never seen the game's plot. So.
But yeah, so in this game, the goal is to collect, like, each level has an individual, like, a special Krusty item. In the first level, it was that little ship that I picked up.
Okay.
In the second level, you saw Lisa on the wall. You have to jump and hit her, like I did. And then later on in the level, there's like a gold Krusty statue that pops up on the side of the wall.
Curious.
Each stage has one. If you don't get all of them and you beat the game, it says you beat the game, but you didn't get like a prize. Like they say like basically like go kick rocks. You didn't
didn't
try
really
to
win.
beat the game again.
You finished, but you didn't win.
Yeah, basically. So this is also kind of to show off where all these things are.
You didn't get your diploma, you just got a certificate for finishing 13 grades.
The good news is you have perfect attendance. The bad news is you're not getting a degree.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much. So in this particular run, it's going to show off all of the locations of the special things, and you actually do, and you actually get like an extra level too, which is kind of neat.
This looks decent for an Acclaim game.
Yeah, it's okay. The thing that is kind of hard is since A is both jump and run, it's impossible to run and jump because you have to let go of A.
Because you have to have a tomato button. 2-button systems, they don't work.
Well, no, it's just bad control systems don't work.
Yeah, Mega Man totally works.
Mega Man didn't have a run thing. Maybe if you had like a double tap.
Mario works.
Mario had a run thing, and it worked beautifully.
Oh yeah, the throw thing. You could just throw a tomato and run. Why didn't they do that?
Yeah, but so what you do is since you can't run and jump, you can do a super jump, which is you hit A and B at the same time. That's how I'm getting from these platform to platform. His jump is awful.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
But it's kind of hard to control. on top of this being like the ice level, like you slide around kind of more than normal.
I'd have been putting some heat on my Max controller.
Now, I haven't noticed up to this point. Now, is it one of those games where when you jump, it faces one direction, you can't change midair?
No, you can change midair, but
the momentum seems like it still goes forward.
Yeah, kind of. Like you can control where you go. It's a little stiff, and sometimes the sprite doesn't turn. Like I'll be moving to the left, but I'm still facing right, kind of thing.
That's what I'm getting at. Sometimes,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of games had that. If you think about it, when you jump, it like locks it into a certain directional.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But like this game, you can do both. It depends on like how subtle the tap is on the D-pad, as far as if your body turns or not.
The super jump's a pretty big deal. 'Cause it looks like you're mostly using it.
Well, that's the only way you can get around, and that's the annoying thing is because the control is so bad that you have to like master some of the worst jump controls ever. And to make these
Explain
things
so much of your Street Fighter tactics, then
So it's an Acclaim game.
master of jumping.
you know, and to make those things move, these little platform things, you have to jump on them. And this is not a game that has good jumping control. It's these transfers are, for lack of a better word, terrifying.
Terrifying.
I'm gonna assume that the birds can kill you because it looks like you're not jump at any point.
Well, they do damage to you. All right, so here's where the
There you
next
actually hit one. Yeah.
yeah. So here's where the next secret item is. You get the little pebble things from Lisa, and you just beat up the igloo till the head shows up. Then you can grab it.
Little overkill on that igloo there, ain't it?
He showed it his boss. Fuck that igloo.
Trying to tell me what to do. Unbelievable.
Go kick rocks.
Kick rocks, igloo.
Yeah, so
Go back and make it
like I said, this part's hard too because you have to jump on the thing to make it move. But look how small it is. And like the jumping control, like if I jump straight up, I go straight up. Like I don't follow the thing, so I have to like my thumb is going bonkers on that D-pad to keep them like from not falling.
Well, I see what you're doing. You walk to the very edge of the thing, so when you jump, you'll land at the back half of it, kind of thing.
Yeah, but see, I can't do that with the small one.
That's what she said.
Oh, well done. Nice one. So, no, that's the end of the level. I mean, that's harder than it looks. I can trust me on that. Now, this is the abominable snowburns. You just jump on his head 5 times. Yeah, you jump on his head 5 times and the level's over.
Is he throwing frozen Coke bottles? What the fuck is that?
I think it's icicles. I think that's what abominable snowman uses weapons, icicles. Yeah, I haven't done my
Abominable snowman.
the abominable snowburns.
Now, is there any other body picking up on irony of it being Snow Guy with the last name Burns?
You can get frostburn.
It's frostbite, jackass.
Windburn.
Frostburn.
Freezer burn. That's what you're thinking of. Man.
Freezer burn.
Yeah,
Frostburn.
frostburn.
Hey, look, if the cannibals eat you, they're like, oh, this guy's fucking freezer burned.
This guy is frostburned.
Frostburn. He's not quite there yet.
Clearly, they did not use a Ziploc.
Alright, so now I'm in Egypt, doing Egypt stuff.
You saran wrap and not a Ziploc.
You know, I was just in Egypt, and it's pretty much exactly what it's like.
Yeah. Oh, and like I said, like the jumping controls in this game, like they're not very lenient as far as like hit detection and like having you not fall off of everything.
So it's not forgiving at all.
No, and you'll see some of the jumps I have to deal with, like right here, is pretty rough. Like those.
Oh, that looks like fun.
Yeah, it's harder than it looks.
Look,
It's not.
It's the Mega Man blocks.
Yeah, it's not really that
Is
hard,
this where
but it is harder
now,
than it
I gotta
looks.
know, is this like you hit left and right and it makes that thing move?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I remember
No,
there
it
was a
goes
lot
on
of
its own
games where
path.
you had to control a platform like that, and then like you couldn't Tron it. You couldn't walk it back into itself, or else you were stuck. You know
Oh,
what I'm
no,
talking about?
yeah, and that thing goes on its own. So this is the next hidden item. You fall down the thing, you go left, and then like the mummy shows up.
So
that's
Lisa
one of
is
the
like the hint. Like, here's the thing you need.
Yeah, generally, a family member shows up to give you something. Like the one in the cave. Marge was there throwing snowballs and stuff. Like if you see a family member, there's most likely something to do with the.
We haven't had a Homer sighting yet.
Homer shows up at the very end of the game. He's the last thing.
He's probably like juggling donuts or some shit.
He's at Moe's drinking.
Yeah. I mean, right now there's really nothing to say. If you fall too deep into the sand,
you'll die.
Yeah, so you have to kind of keep on jumping.
So it's
right now
every
I'm
video
invincible.
game ever.
Yeah, right now I'm invincible. Well, I mean, not Mario 3. One of the worlds you can fall
that's
down
a
to
thing,
a secret
right?
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I have
there's
noticed when
Maggie
you
again.
do get hit, it like stops everything. Like the world just stops.
Yeah, it makes a really obnoxious sound. Kind of sounds like a record scratch, but not nearly as good.
So you guys can't hear this at all, huh?
No.
Nope.
Interesting.
And you saw here's the Bartman costume. You just fly around.
Now you can fly,
hold,
right?
you hold A. That's how you fly. And then you just go to the top, and you go into the ear.
If you hit B, do you do the Bartman?
I wish that would have been so cool.
I gotta ask you this: if you hold A to fly, does that mean you can't run when you're Bartman? Because it's the same button.
That's
right?
true.
First, you work your body like
that
you
is-
just don't care, strutting your stuff in your underwear, or however that. Everybody, if you can do the Bartman, shake it out, do you can? If you can.
Yeah, I'm actually not really looking forward to the Bartman versus Bartman meets Radioactive Man. That's another game on the Nintendo.
Oh god,
Like,
that's
that game
gotta
was
be
bad.
awful.
It was bad. If I remember correctly, I couldn't even get past the first stage. So
I like how he doesn't fly like Superman. He just does like this mega split the whole time.
Well, I think when you get to there's a Homer sighting. When you get to the 16-bit era, I think Flying Edge took over. So maybe the 16-bit ones aren't that
better.
bad. Because Flying Edge did some pretty big stuff. I know they did Mortal Kombat 2. For
there is a Simpson game on like the old PCs, like the old floppy disks, that I want to find a computer that can run it.
Oh wow!
It's a platformer. It's supposed to be pretty fun. But
Really?
I don't have a computer that can run a floppy disk anymore.
Yeah. I still got all my old Leisure Suit Larrys, but it's all on 3.5-inch floppies. I don't have a fucking 3.5-inch floppy drive.
Yeah.
Did you just say 3.5-inch and Leisure Suit Larry in the same sentence?
That happened.
Yeah. So this is the last stage. This is Hollywood. Eric Von Burns is the guy that I'm gonna fight next. So now it's all based on like movie stuff, like movie sets. So this is like a pirate movie, I guess. This is the hidden item or whatever is actually pretty simple to catch because you kind of run into it.
Okay,
Not like the other ones.
seeing.
Are you taking what?
I'm gonna make a Shane reference because seeing the way these cannons fire, the cannon fires, and then the ball just kind of drops out.
It just
Right.
It's kind of like
That's what I was about to say, and then I stopped. I was like, "Are you?" Yeah.
it's like
I'm gonna let that one go.
having an orgasm and then
I let it
just
go,
a
and then Kevin
droopy,
actually
sad
knew
load
exactly what I
comes
was
out.
Yeah. That's how we know we're brothers, and like all this time
The
separated.
droopy, sad load. Like the only pressure you get is when you squeeze it out. Just
Yeah.
now it's a World Minus One podcast.
Yeah, I think that's a Price is Wrong moment.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
and then she just she puts on her pants and just leaves.
Yeah.
Who cares? You
You
dropped
got
one.
this
Who gives a
big,
shit?
Saggy, droopy, limp black ball that just
Just dribbles out.
It's all fireworks and effects and no boom boom. It's just boom. And it falls. You know,
Well,
we blew our load on the fireworks.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, if anything, if she complains, just say I thought it was a race and you're terrible.
I thought it was a race. And you're losing badly.
And you lost. Clearly, I'm the best.
I was just reading
You're the best
around.
Again,
Nothing's
yeah,
ever
'cause
gonna
you can-
keep you down. I was reading this thing on Reddit. It was somebody asking about dudes with small cranks.
Now
And
that
there was
right
just some
there,
hilarious
you said you can't run
stories.
and jump. So that right there, you couldn't have made that gap at all, or what's the deal there?
No, it's just kind of cutting off part of the level. I mean, you just jump.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, so here's Maggie. You have to. She pulls down a flag.
With
That's-
pants?
She doesn't wear pants.
Oh.
She's Maggie.
She wears a
Now,
onesie.
you know she don't have pants on under that little snuggie.
She has a diaper.
She is the oldest baby in the history of the world, by the way. She's now, what, 27 years old?
Yeah, basically. She should be done with college at this point.
Bart's already been to prison like 6 times, and yeah, I mean, just 27 years, man. They should do like, you know how Family Guy did the Cleveland show? They should do like Simpsons Future. Don't take off the original Simpsons.
They've done like 10 episodes of them in the future.
They
I don't
really
mean
should.
like
He's right. They
I mean, like
should.
an actual show.
Like
Oh,
where
yeah,
Lisa is like
actually,
in like her
show.
nice college or whatever, and Homer and Marge
Yeah,
are
yeah,
older,
actually.
and
Well, they've showed glimpses of it, and I mean, it's all different.
but
Yeah.
they should though. That would be great. You could just
Yeah.
run them in tandem. Who
Like-
fucking cares? Like,
Yeah, but
It's
then
The
they're not going to
Simpsons.
have as
People
much
would
interaction with
fucking
each
watch it.
other.
People would watch The Simpsons lick envelopes, for crying out loud.
see how many
Yeah,
envelopes
Bart-
you can look in an hour, and then try to break that record.
Right.
Oh, that was when like that little joke was from when Skinner he fell onto some papers.
The
or
mafia
something
one,
like
yeah.
that. They
The
thought the mob got him.
his compost paper
Finally-
heap fell on top of him, and they thought the mob killed him. And the
Yeah,
police are
Bart
like
thought the
wandering
mob
around the
killed
house, like in the psychic. He's like, I'm not getting any feelings, but I think it's Splitsville for Greg Kinnear and Jenna Elfman. Oh, but they were so good together.
Great fucking show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, so I mean, this is kind of like a maze. Like depending on where you start, you just go in different areas. You go into coffins, and this I didn't really like this part of the game.
It's not very
Well, you-
thoughtful.
Well, I mean, the whole game is like platforming. They're not mazes, and then it's just this weird maze.
Well, it's funny coming off the Kid Clown game where there's all these little thoughtful accoutrements and neat little uses of items, and this is just
Yeah.
a really
This is great follow-up. 'cause there you have to use your brain. This is just like mush.
generic.
You know, it's just like, yeah,
baby
hit right and jump.
Oh yeah, and like I said, like the jump control is so bad in this game. Like this part shouldn't be as hard as it is, but it's for the lack of a better term, ridiculously hard because you slide all over the place. All right, so if you land while you're holding A and B, you'll slide.
Ugh.
And some of these jumps, I mean, you land on these little platforms, you just slide off and you slip and you're dead. You have to constantly super jump, but you have to let go of A and B in the middle of the jump, which it sends your jump arc like off.
I'm actually noticing that because you have a lot of momentum, and then halfway through it drops down a little. That's obnoxious. What a
Yeah,
fucking-
you have to do that, or you'll slide off everything. or you can do what I did there, and you jump
Yeah,
again.
you're going like straight up and then straight down.
Yeah.
if we make
like
it harder, Morty, the game will last longer.
But see, like that, so that wouldn't be so bad. But just see how long this stage is and how much.
This is pointlessly long, and it's repetitive.
like how many jumps I have to do perfectly.
This is
to
just not
die.
a very
Now,
well
sometimes-
executed platformer.
Well,
You're kind of like that mountain climber guy on the Price is Right game.
Yeah, basically.
It's diagonal up and straight down.
Yodel.
Yeah, you go diagonal upwards and straight down.
yeah. So I mean, that's my only real complaint is like the jump control. Like I don't know why it was so bad, but I mean, it
I think
was.
you should call them and complain. They might go out of business after you complain. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Acclaim.
Well, I mean, even
they
as-
definitely
even-
went out of business, but I wonder what happened with them. I'd have to Wikipedia that.
Well, like, I mean, even as a little kid, I was like just so confused as to like how they can mess up. I mean, you play Mario, that becomes the norm of how you jump and do things.
good,
that's
natural.
like the perfect stick. They make that game #1 for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, Sonic didn't fuck it up, and they added different elements to the kind of jumping.
Yeah, but see, and you can see. I mean, we've been talking about nothing, and I'm still doing this.
Yeah, the same
tedious
level,
jump.
and it's the same shit.
And it's literally it's the same thing. Like you repeat. Okay,
And
so
it looks like there's at least 2 more tiers.
yeah,
And it's the same thing, the same triple, the same.
it's the same exact pattern.
So it's an Acclaim game.
Yeah,
So, Simpsons making fun of themselves using the same sprite background in their own goddamn game.
It's just Acclaim living up to their reputation for the 8-bit era.
Yeah, too.
So the last little crusty piece is coming up here pretty soon.
At least their shitty games were playable, though. LJN
I see.
games
So
were
there's
not
Homer.
playable.
There's Homer. You have to hit him. See, I thought I hit him on the way up, but I guess I didn't. You have to hit him. He'll leave, and he comes back with the crusty head. And then you have to get it, and then you have to finish the level. Now, if you fall, you can like get lucky and land like on a lower
On another
platform,
one, yeah.
but it only goes to about like two tiers of space before it's just completely cut off and you die.
Ah,
So,
you get two
even though you've done like
chances at
5.
right?
Yeah, you basically get like two like rows of chances to like land, and if you don't, you're dead.
Left or right? Make a choice. Too late.
Yeah, and you know, considering how long this level, I mean, you have to start. I think there's like a halfway point when you die. You can start halfway through, but that's still halfway
Still
through.
forever.
Yeah, it's still a long run. I think I'm at the end now. Yeah, there's the map. So now, since I got all the crusty things, I opened up Hollywood level 3. That wasn't there when we started this level. Now, this is probably the strangest level in the game. You're incredibly small for some reason. You jump on your racers. There's these little elf things. They just bounce all over. I don't even think they do damage to you. They're just there to be annoying.
Those things right there. Those are the. That's what you use to draw circles and diameters and like stuff. Compasses. That's what they're called. Compasses.
No, I was talking about the little elf things.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
I've
then
got some
now-
slight lag. I'm just now seeing
Oh,
the.
okay.
Yeah, I'm on a little bit of lag too. But it's no problem because
Alright.
all the auto's on my end, so it'll mux fine.
Okay.
So the 4 people watching this tweet out.
Yeah, so and then like this last section, you basically jump into film cells, and the cell you want to look for is the cell I'm in right. The cell that you end up with like the rolling film reels,
Wow.
Yeah.
because that's the only film cell that has the actual exit to the stage in it.
That's almost actually creative.
Well, if the jumping control wasn't so bad, it would be a pretty good game.
They bite and fight and bite and fight and fight.
Fight.
Sorry, I mean I've seen itchy. You know. Are those anvils?
Yeah, they're anvils.
Of course they're anvils. It's a cartoon.
Alright, so now this is
It's
Eric
all the
Von
sense in the world.
Burns. This is like the hardest boss in the game. I mean, obviously he's the last, so he's gonna be the hardest. But you have to just throw your little tomato things at him.
But there's still 2 levels left.
No, that's it. This is it.
He's throwing director horns at you? That is so cheesy.
Yeah, the two things that I didn't do are mini games, and I'll run through those later.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I think you have to hit him 15 times.
A lot.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot, but I mean, he's not too hard to hit. Sometimes the director megaphone things get in the way. But
I hate how it slows down every time you get hit. That is so obnoxious.
Yeah, they didn't do well with the invisibility frame there. Like the blinking because you were hit thing. Yeah, that's like a stick for Nintendo, right? You go blinking, it freezes some shit up, right?
Yeah, sometimes. There's just too much stuff on the screen, and I think like with all the crap that he's throwing, it just messes everything up. But yeah, so and this is the first interactive ending I've ever seen. Not gonna lie. I don't know where you guys are on the recording, but I'm throwing.
Bart is throwing a
pies.
pie
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. So I control the pie throwing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. But like I say, if you don't get all the crusty stuff, you don't get this ending. You get some bad ending. Yeah, so that's Bart versus the World. It's a pretty fun game. Could have had better control, but it is what it is.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm a big Simpson nut, so I bought this one.
I'm pretty into The Simpsons myself there. As
But
you-
yeah,
Brought to you by-
So you just get to keep throwing pies?
yeah, that's it. And then when you get bored, you hit select, and then that's it.
That's pretty funny.
You see, now the only thing that would make it better is if they reacted. You know, like.
Well, they kind of did. Smithers cries when you hit him.
All right, world-1.net. Shane, Ryan, Kevin, bye.
All right.